And we are live.
Woo! Oh, he didn't even give me the echo. What the kind of?
No, you didn't have
You were messing with it earlier for me.
Oh, there you Woo! That is so much fun.
All right.
You know what? It's funny because I actually showed this video, the one we did last week.
Yeah.
I didn't tell you this, but I showed it to my wife. I showed it to Becky. She's like, "What the hell are you guys doing?" She's like, "What is the point of this?" I'm like, "We're having fun. That's the whole point." She goes, "That is stupid." There's a woman's perspective. That is stupid.
I'm okay with it.
You're okay with the echo?
No, I'm okay with her thinking it's stupid.
No, I'm not.
I am.
It's a toy. You got to have the toys. I mean, come on. We can try this one. Let's see. I don't even know what it'll do. I just changed numbers. I don't even know what each one does. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Whoa, 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 whoa. Here, I'll give you. Now we both.
You know, we should probably say
hi. Whoa, 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 whoa.
We are live. We are live.
I know it.
We haven't said hi.
Oh, hi, everybody. Oh, wait a minute. You got to do it like that. Watch this. Hi. We got like 10 highs out there now.
Is there 10 highs?
All right, guys. I am Jeff. The one screwing around with the echo chambers and
we're
stuff.
having some fun.
Yep, and it's by the way, we've made it over 10 episodes now. This is number 11.
Wow, I know.
So
almost to a dozen.
Almost to a dozen. For you guys that don't know, we actually are now live on iTunes. You can download us on iTunes or listen to us through iTunes. And as of today, we are now on the Google Play Store. Yeah. So
and not live. We're gonna upload these.
Yeah, they're not live. They're these shows.
Yeah,
these shows. You can catch them, and so if you want to ever listen to them, you can catch us there, acting stupid and doing whatever we're doing.
And if you
there.
downloaded this on iTunes, hello, welcome to Beer Drinkers with a Bible Fetish.
Absolutely. So you can like us now on iTunes and soon to be maybe Spotify. Working on that one too.
Whenever we figure that out. So
yeah, trying to play with them a little bit and get that going. Well, what do we got today?
So we got a gift. We had some people who listen who give us some beers to try. So this is Trader Joe's 2015 Vintage Ale. It's a dark ale brewed with spices and natural flavor added.
Actually sounds good.
It really does. So this is actually out of Unibor. I think
that's Canadian. Yeah, I see a Canadian. Yeah.
So this brewer house, I think it's Unibor out of Quebec.
Okay.
They make a cherry beer, right? And I found this, it was almost 10 years ago. I haven't found it since. It only came out during the winter. You would take it, dump the whole thing in a pot, heat it up, and drink it like cider.
Wow.
And it was the most amazing beer.
Wow. I don't think I've ever had beer like that ever.
It was so good. It was so, and it made sense, right? It's a Canadian brewery. It's a little colder up there, so something for the winter to kind of warm you. So it was almost like a cider, but it was a beer.
Wow.
And they brewed it with cherry, so it was like a cherry cider that you would drink. The best part about it was when you heated up the fumes, you just get intoxicated breathing it in.
Nice.
So you got like double effect.
So this one we got from a listener and buddy, Trevor. So give him a shout out.
Thank you.
We're getting we've had a few other beers that have been given to us to try on the show, so that's great. We really appreciate it. And you know, if you have any and you want to get a hold of us, it's real easy. You can get a hold of us. Well, Facebook, we're there. Right.
And you don't have to buy them for us. You could just tell us what they are, and we will go and get them. Like, we just had some friends. They're just gracious enough that they're...
But if you got something that's at least accessible, that accessible that we can go pick up, it's going to be like a champagne bottle. Damn, dude. It's like a champagne bottle. I'm glad you didn't point that at me.
Ooh.
Smell?
Oh, smell that.
Wow. That's
Wow.
That's heavenly.
Dude, Trevor, you my boy, man. That smells epic.
That's nice.
I haven't even tasted it. It just smells epic.
Let's pour some.
You want to pour them? Yeah. Let me get these poured. Since you like a lot of head, and I don't like that much. Ooh, that color is pretty.
Yeah, it is.
That is sexy.
So I tried a new beer this weekend, too, yesterday. It was kind of interesting. It was a Dogfish beer, because I'm
look at that. I give you crap about head, and then I do the exact same crap.
So I tried a Dogfish beer, by the way. I tried this Dogfish. It was one of their like ultra dark beers with extra barley, it said.
Oh yeah, that was the one you had last night, right?
Yeah. And I will tell you, it's like a meal in a glass. Definitely, if you're not into dark beers, boy, that one last night was.
What was the name of it? Do you remember?
It's a Dogfish one, but on the bottle it actually said done with extra barley. So it's their extra barley dark.
Man, that thing was like, you gave me
Yeah, you tried to taste it. Yeah.
That was like some strong alcohol. It was like a shot of something.
Yeah, it was. I think
Ew,
most of those beers like that are about 18%. So
yeah.
really high, really high.
But I've had some
ABV.
Trappist that strong that didn't bite that hard.
Yeah.
This sucker.
Maybe it's longer. I don't know. I couldn't find it online. I just happened to find it in the store, and I like their beers generally. I like that brewery. So it was, I thought, they only had 4 bottles left. So then I'm going to try one, pick up a couple.
It wasn't bad. It just that initial just like bite.
Yeah.
It was like drinking straight alcohol instead of like drinking a beer.
Yeah, I'm going to see if I can find it online, that particular one. So I still have one bottle left.
It would be interesting to do like a whole, you had a whole bottle. But
yeah, I had a bottle of it. So
I just had the sip. I'd be curious to see how it sips, especially if you're putting it in glass, if it kind of mellows it out a little bit instead of out of the bottle.
Well, I did it out of a bottle later. No, I poured it into a mug, too.
Did you?
Yeah, I ended
did
up
it still have that
pouring
bite?
It
Or
did. Oh, yeah, the bite was still there. And that's pretty standard, I think, for a lot of dogfishes anyway.
Okay.
How are we doing on this one here?
This one's almost ready for you. I still got.
We got a little bit left, so
yeah,
cool.
I know. Look at the terrible pour. Just terrible.
Well, at least I didn't have to wait for you to try to pop it open with the screwdriver like
Listen,
we
I'm getting
do.
better now.
Kind of. Better's good, I
Listen,
guess.
the first time I tried to do that over a year ago, I couldn't even get it. Remember, I busted my hand open and you had to come over and do it.
Yeah, I had to rescue you.
Yeah, I was like a little girl. Luckily, I wasn't wearing kilts by then. You probably told me to go put some underwear on.
Probably so. Probably so. Hey, so y'all know out there, you'll catch us sometimes out in public with kilts on. I love wearing my kilt. There is a difference. If you all don't know, there is a difference between a kilt and a skirt.
And you know what that is?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely, because I told you.
Yes, it's underwear.
Underwear. There's a difference. So now you all know the difference between a kilt and a skirt.
Yep. Actually, I had a guy who was wearing a kilt into the grocery store and I was buying some stuff, and the guy's like, "You wearing that original? Or are you wearing a traditional? Or are you wearing a new school?" And I was like, "Traditional." I was like, "You mean like a kilt, not a skirt?" And he looked at me like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "Underwear, right?" He's like, "Yeah, traditional, not traditional." I was like, "No, it sounds better if you tell people it's a kilt or a skirt."
Exactly.
And he just looked at me in this weirdest look like, "You're a strange individual."
I've had people ask me that, do you have it, were you wearing traditional? I say, well, of course, it's the only way to wear
if it's not traditional, it's a skirt.
It's a skirt, exactly. Hey, if you haven't tried it yet, dude, this is actually pretty good.
Is it?
It's a good dark beer.
All right, that's gone down, hopefully.
Gotta drink that up because we got one more to try tonight, too.
Ooh.
It's not bad, huh?
That is good. That is really good.
It's actually really good.
Yeah, we still got half the bottle left.
And you're a guy that's not really into dark beers.
No, and that's smooth. That's really smooth. So that's good.
Yeah.
No, actually, really enjoying that. So
let's talk about some news. Let's move on to that little bit of news. Well, you know what I will notice though? You cut that freaking hair off your face, didn't you?
I just trimmed it.
At least you did that.
It's still there.
Yeah, you can kind of see it a little bit.
Yeah, I like my little gray hair.
Freaking hair was all sticking out like 3 inches last week out of
Listen,
his face.
the sooner this goes gray, the sooner I can get a job as Santa Claus.
You probably could.
Granted, I've lost so much weight, I don't know if they're going to accept me at this point.
Yeah. You got to grow the hair back out, too.
That's true. And get that all gray.
This dude had really long hair up until about a month ago.
No, it was January.
Has it been that long
I
already?
chopped it off in January.
Dang.
Remember, a month ago was May. I did the Mohawk for Punk Rock Bowling.
That's right.
You can see the Mohawk on our. We did a couple of things from Punk Rock actually that we uploaded, so you can see the Mohawk.
Yeah, well, me in Germany. If you caught me in Germany,
yeah, you had a hawk.
I had a hawk then too. So
I'm actually thinking about doing it again.
Are you?
I don't know if the wife's gonna like it too much, but I think I'm just gonna do it anyway.
Just do a hawk, man.
I don't.
You know what I like to do? I'll grow mine out when mine starts to grow longer.
Yeah.
Then I do a hawk.
Yeah.
And then when I got to go back to work or deal with people, then I just have to cut it back down and
Yeah.
make it even. That's, you do it for a weekend or something, or
Right.
trips. It's great for trips. So I'm on a cruise, right? I think I've told you about this, right?
The color.
The color. And I'll even do colors in my hair. So I do green. Mm-hmm. And I'm on this cruise, green hair. I was in Alaska. That was Alaskan cruise.
Yes, because it was the green.
It was green.
Yep.
So I'm in Alaska on this cruise, week-long cruise, and I'm in the elevator, and this elderly lady just looks at me and says, "Did you know your hair is green?" Now, if you're going to say something like that to me, I'm going to mess with you. It's pretty obvious my hair was green.
I would hope so.
So I just looked at him like, "It is?" And she had this shocked look on her face like I didn't realize my hair was green. And I had my swim shorts on. I was actually just coming up from the pool. And I said, well, I'm just coming up from the pool. I wonder if the pool water did this. Oh, my God, what the heck happened? Is it really green? And I'm doing this to her, and she had this shocked look on her face and was like, I can't get in the pool. I'm like, it's probably not a good idea if it's doing this to hair. And then I got off the elevator and walked off laughing.
And she probably never swam in that pool the entire cruise.
Probably didn't. Probably ruined her whole cruise.
She probably sat there and watched people like, I got to make sure everyone's okay.
Make sure they don't turn green.
Yeah, test them. Make sure they're all right.
Yeah. But that's what Jeff does to you. If you walk up and say something stupid to me like that, I'm gonna probably mess
You'll
with
screw
you.
with them.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Stupid is as stupid does.
Yeah, but you
Right.
think when you're that old, you'd have figured it out by now not to ask things stupid things.
You would think so, but some of the things that happen in society, I just kind of let it go at this point.
Oh, yeah.
You know, society is what society is.
Yeah, there's a lot of dumb people out there. There really is.
You know, just kind of let it be. Mm-hmm. Just kind of let it be.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy. Dude, I'm about done. This is pretty good. You want to pour some more?
Yeah, you got. We got more in this.
That went down awfully easy, Trevor.
Well, real quick, let's highlight this. The World Cup is officially over.
World Cup's over.
Sad news.
France won.
France did. Unfortunately, the Frogs took it.
Let's say Frogs won. Of course the Frogs won.
I wanted the Croatians.
You know, I didn't really care. It didn't matter to me. I was still leaning towards the Frogs, though. I really was.
Yeah.
You know, just to have them take it.
You
Just
were leaning toward the Frogs?
Yeah.
Really?
I wonder why.
Listen, you don't like John Calvin. Why are you rooting for his people?
Yeah, it didn't matter. I was leaning toward the Frogs.
Again, it's the only reason I don't like Calvin. It's the only thing I have against him. And not the only
Really?
reason. I hold this against him. He did immigrate to Switzerland.
Yeah.
Right? But it was because he had got kicked out of his own country. He probably would have stayed in France. It's the one thing I don't like about the guy.
Really?
He was French. I hold that against him.
Do you really?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Do you not like French?
The French people?
Yeah.
Listen, I have a friend who's very, very English because he's from England, hence him being very English.
Yeah, they don't like the French.
He's instilled like a hatred of France into me. Like
Hey.
when Jesus says to love your enemies, I read that as love the French.
You know, though,
It's kind of terrifying.
I will tell you the French are pretty freaking arrogant. So I took a trip. I walked the Camino de Santiago 5 years ago. I fly into Paris. I get off the plane, and I figure I have no place to stay. I had no plans for this trip. All I knew was the day I flew in and the day I flew out, and everything in between I had to figure out. So I land with a backpack on, and that's it. So I land in the airport, and the airport's outside Paris. It's a few miles outside Paris. So I thought, all right, I'll just take the shuttle into Paris, see some sights, sleep on a park bench for a day or two, and then
Right.
take off. That was actually my plan. I was going to sleep in a park somewhere. I didn't care. You know?
This beer is really good.
It is really good.
It's really good. Highly recommend it to anyone out there.
So I'm in the airport waiting for my ticket for the train into town, and I'm watching French people cut in front of each other. Just rude as hell, right?
I remember you sharing this story with me.
Yeah, and as they're doing, they're getting into fights. I mean, like fist fights in the airport where the train comes in. And I'm looking at this going, is this the place I really want to be? These people are asses. I mean, they were just asses. And I'm thinking, if you're that way to each other, we already have this stigma here in America, at least how you treat us when we're over there. I didn't want to deal with them. I'm out. So I'm looking at the trains. I'm like, okay, which one takes me out of Paris somewhere else? So I caught a train to Bordeaux. Very nice people in Bordeaux.
Okay.
Much different. Much different. Outside Paris. Paris people, for you people, screw you. You guys are you're jerks there.
Remember, Jesus said to love your enemies.
Okay.
Love your enemies.
I'll love you twice.
I don't think that's the interpretation of the text. But hey, man, do your thing, you know.
Dude, I'm telling you, man.
Listen, I get it. John Calvin was a Frenchman, and you disagree with his theology, but I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't flip him off like that just because he's French.
No,
but you
he's-
like his theology.
No, I
see?
like his theology.
You like his theology. See, I'm not into his theology. You know
so
that.
you can
So I'll flip him off.
yeah, you can do that all you want.
Flip Calvin off too.
Another reason to disagree with Calvin. He was French.
There you go. Another reason not to like the
Kind
guy.
of sad. Brings tears to my eyes every once in a while. I'll cry myself to sleep just thinking about how John Calvin was French.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Yeah, I do.
So we got some news stories though. Going back on that, What did we have? We have
we were going to
why my mind gone totally blank all of a sudden?
Because we're going to talk
about
dead
air like that just doesn't work. You do know that, right?
I know. We were going to talk about the one man in American sports that I loathe.
Oh, your buddy.
Yeah.
He's coming over to your house next week, right?
Yeah, of course.
I thought he was. He's going to show you how to play baseball.
Yeah,
and then he's going to throw a football around with you.
Right, because he's an NFL quarterback.
And then once you're done, you guys are all going to pray together.
Only on national television.
But you got to pay him $100,000 first.
I think it might be $250.
It's up to $250 now?
Probably. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't have the kind of money.
For those of you, who are we talking about now?
Oh, we're talking about
your buddy.
We're talking about the wonderful, great, and awe-inspiring, only eats a Chick-fil-A and sports focused on the family, Timmie! Little Timmie!
His buddy Tim Tebow.
Little Timmie!
TT. Just call him TT.
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 Little Timmie!
Yeah.
Oh, poor little Timmie. So if you haven't got the hint from either listening to this or watching this, I'm not a great fan of the all-inspiring Tim Tebow.
You know what, though? I have to give this to him. In that he brought Christianity into the sport where people were, I mean, it was already there, but yet he made it a little bit more of a forefront.
Bullshit!
Did you catch that cold? You caught that cold I got a couple weeks ago. Bullshit! It was a talking point with him. So if it's a talking point,
I'm sorry, men in professional sports have been putting Bible verses on their little black pads, have been praying, have been talking about Jesus, and have been doing it in a way that is humble.
I'll agree with that.
Tim's the first one to exploit his ass for it.
Yeah.
Oh, but Tim's the hero. Tim's the guy we should look up to. Wait a minute. Are we supposed to be humble or boastful? Because if we're supposed to be boastful, then act like Timmie. If you're supposed to be humble, do it like every other professional sports athlete.
I get it. He's boastful. But he did bring that up where people talked about it.
Oh, Tim's being persecuted because he's a Christian.
That's bullshit.
He can't get a job because he's a Christian.
Yeah, that's all bullshit.
He took a knee because he was praying, and so he got kicked out of Denver. No, he got kicked out of Denver because he was a shitty quarterback. And not just that, he didn't get kicked out of Denver. He was offered a starting quarterback position in by the Jacksonville Jaguars.
All hate mail in care of Mike Dave.
Little Timmie's being persecuted.
Timmie!
You haven't got the hint. I really don't like this man.
Apparently not, if you didn't figure that out. So
it's okay. He'll get humbled one way or the other.
He's a pro baseball player now, though.
No, he's a AA baseball player. Not even AAA. All these people are like, Tim needs to play in the majors. He's in AA. Go play triple first.
Okay, what's funny, too, is that article, if you read the whole thing.
Yeah. AK broke his stats down. In AA baseball. Oh, look at how well he played in the professionals. Look at these stats.
I like one of the things it said, with a few tweaks, he can make it to professional.
You know why
it actually said that in there. Did you catch that? Did you see that?
Yeah. You know why he's gonna make professional baseball? There's a local broadcaster out here. He said it best. He's gonna sell merchandise and put butts in the seats.
He probably would. Yeah, that's true.
And that's why he will. Because
well, see, now this is why. Okay, here's one of the reasons. Baseball, bullshit. Because baseball just, because seriously. I know you're a huge baseball fan.
I'm a baseball fan, though, so I get it.
So now it makes it about money.
Hey, listen, the guy that brought us the
not about talent
is a huge baseball fan.
I know he is.
And this is where I feel bad. Little Timmie, right? Little Timmie, if he was to do it the right way, right? Actual follow, he should go play AAA baseball. If he played AAA baseball, you know where he'd play? Vegas.
You think so?
No, because 51s are actually the AAA. They're the Mets affiliate.
Oh.
And so if he were to follow the progression, he should come to Vegas
and
play AAA ball and then go into the majors.
And they're getting a new stadium here too. They're stepping up.
But he's not going to do that because he wants to go from Florida or wherever he's playing AA baseball
to
New York.
He wants to go right into the pros.
He wants to go right in because he can't humble himself to come play AAA like everybody else.
He's your buddy, isn't he? I want to know when. I don't know when you're right.
You may not like. You may know nothing about baseball, but there's a big difference between AA and AAA baseball.
You know,
and there's
I don't know
a massive difference between AAA and pro.
I played when I was younger. That's about as far as it went for me.
Yeah,
it was a boring sport. I just found it boring.
But the level of difficulty and the level of skill between double and triple is massive, and then from triple to majors is even massive. So for someone to think, oh well, little Timmie's in AA baseball and he can go play professional baseball. Bullshit.
At least he's not fat like half the baseball players.
Not most of them are actually in shape now. You should watch the All-Star game. It's this weekend. Home Run Derby was today.
Is it?
Yeah. You should look at them. Most of them are actually in shape now.
Okay, well, that's good. They back on roids? They testing or?
No, they're not. They test now.
Oh, they're not testing?
No, they test.
Okay.
They test.
So they just know when their tests are coming up.
Well, every good athlete knows when their test is
So
coming
they just
out.
take the roids and then get off of it.
The ones who it's like the guys in the NFL that get popped for weed,
Yeah.
and then the former players are like, dude, you know when the test is coming. Don't smoke for 30 days. Like if you get popped, it's your own fault. Well, you talked about this in fighting, right? Like you know how to cleanse the system.
Oh yeah.
If you got a good nutritionist, right? Like you were explaining, you'll cleanse and you get popped. Right. So if you get popped, it's your own damn fault.
Okay, now if you're getting busted for weed, though, weed. I wouldn't call weed an enhancing sports enhancing.
But the funny thing is
seriously,
listen, weed is considered a PED by some people.
Now weed is not.
Well, hold on. I think there's an exception to this. I think there's an exception.
Dude, did you know that you just hit the ball over there?
Man? No.
Dude, did you know you're supposed to run?
Ready?
What?
There's two guys I think you would say there's an exception for PED being an enhancer. The Diaz brothers.
I don't know though. Nah.
You don't think I think they get an advantage from it because they smoke it so much.
Well, no, I think they smoke it a lot, and I think they'd be better if they didn't smoke it personally, because they're good. Those are fighters. Those are two guys that need to be humbled, and they've been humbled, but they need to be humbled
they can't
even more.
Get fights because of all the weed they smoke.
Yeah, those dudes got to be humbled. But still, weed is not an enhancing drug.
It's of the devil. It's of the devil, though.
It's like I said, man. Did you know you just hit the ball? You should probably run. Dude, you hit it pretty good. Oh man, that guy's going after it. Come on. Hey, if you run around, I'll give you some chips.
At least in baseball, you can have your munchies fixed in between innings.
Exactly. Because that's all they do is sit around. Let's see. I'm going to sit here and wait to hit the ball. Oh, it's my turn. I'm going to sit on the base and wait for somebody else to hit the ball so I can run.
This coming from someone who has zero understanding of the game of baseball.
I'm going to sit outfield out here and just wait for somebody to hit the ball to me.
Zero understanding of the game of baseball.
I'm sure there's a tactic. I know there is. I said I used to play. It's just I found it boring. There's not enough action.
What's funny is the way you describe baseball is how most people describe soccer.
At least they're running the entire damn time. You got to be an athlete to play soccer. No. They run and run and run and run. No, they're not high scoring, which I think is a lot of reason people don't like it either. There's definitely not a high scoring games. Although this weekend was for soccer, it was.
Well, yeah, it was 4-2 was the final.
4-2 was the final. That's more like
hockey. One of them was
an
own goal, so
and that's more like hockey. Yeah. It's soccer's kind of like a hockey scoring thing, but soccer it's just constant running. Here's the thing I don't like about soccer. Some guy does this, and you go down and go, start screaming. I think they take acting lessons.
If FIFA has addressed this, at least in the division leagues, the World Cup it wasn't as much, but they've started carding people for it. Like a couple of people thought Neymar and a couple of his flops should have got carded.
Yeah.
So and they should have, rightfully. It was the World Cup, it was Neymar, so he did get it. But in the actual leagues, FIFA understands it's a problem, and they're doing their best to address it. But some of those calls are tough. So,
yeah, there's some guys that take a good hit. It happens when you see them actually get escorted off the field. Okay, all right, this guy probably really.
But there's a lot of acting.
But when they get bumped, and then next thing you know, they pop up because the other guy gets carded. Oh, I'm good. Yeah. They walk off. It's like, oh, yeah.
Bullshit. You try and draw the foul, and if you don't get it, you get up and run. But if you get it, then you're like, oh, it hurts. It's sad as the NBA is kind of. Luckily, it's not as bad as it used to. But a couple of years ago, it was real bad in the NBA. Agree. So the NBA's gotten better. I will give them credit; they've gotten better about it. But at the same time, you still got those guys that take the hits and fall over, try and draw the foul, and they fall down, and then they look at the ref, and the ref just looks at them like, I'm not calling that on you. And then they just get up and run down the court. It's
exactly.
Like, come on, guys.
Get your ass up and go.
Yeah, stop. You know, this is one thing I will say. Was listening to an interview with Kobe Bryant, and Kobe Bryant was asked because he didn't do a lot of flopping.
Okay.
And they were asking him, like, why don't you do that? And he was like, well, when I got into the league, I was talking to a bunch of older players, and they said if you choose to play that way, it's going to knock off years off the end of your career because of the beating your body will take
By falling down.
by taking all those charges. Yeah.
Okay.
Your body's going to take an extra beating. You're going to knock off a couple of years off the end of your career. And so Kobe made the decision as a young player, I'm not going to do that because I want to play longer.
Good for him.
And so he'd still take charges, but he didn't do the flopping aspect because he wanted to play longer.
Unless he was really injured.
Correct.
Yeah.
And shout out to my boy Kobe Bryant, busts his Achilles, walks out, shoots 2 free throws, makes them, walks off the court to get it taken care of. Unlike Paul Pierce, Mr. Fake Injury gets carried off the court, comes running back on to save the day.
I think Kobe and Tim ought
Pansy.
to come over to your house.
I like Kobe.
Yeah, get him
I
over to
like
your house,
Kobe.
man. You gotta
I
invite
got
him
no
both
problem
over,
with
man.
Kobe. Paul, you're doing a great job on ESPN, but that was crap what you did in the finals.
I still think you gotta invite him over to your house, man.
What?
Tim. Especially
Timmy,
Tim. Yeah.
little Timmy. Hey, if Timmy wants to have a theological conversation,
Timmy!
by all means, I will have a theological conversation, or just talk. He is my brother in Christ.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, and I know
You gotta give him that.
he is my brother in Christ. I'm not judging his salvation. I just think he's full of shit. I think he's exploiting his faith for money, and I consider him no better than a prosperity preacher. Okay?
Well,
Because he's exploiting his faith for money.
He's doing.
So, and hey, if he's exploiting his faith for money, I have no problem telling this to his face. If I ever meet him, I doubt I will, but if I do, you need to be humbled. Like, you got to knock it off, man.
He is kind of getting humbled now, though. I mean, if you look at it right
No, they
now,
keep giving him praise and telling him he needs to go to the major leagues. How is that humbling the man?
yeah, but he hasn't made it to the major leagues. He's playing.
Double A baseball.
There you go.
And getting all the praise in the world.
He's still not there.
People are worshiping Tim.
Yeah, but
And that's not a Tim problem. I will give Tim credit. Tim is not the reason he's an idol. The reason he's idol is because of all these people who praise Chick-fil-A and all these Christian companies because they're a Christian, they get praised, and all Christians are doing is turning them into idols, and they're worshiping them instead of Jesus.
it's funny. I don't like Chick-fil-A.
I don't have anything against Chick-fil-A.
No, I don't like their chicken. I just don't like their food.
I like their little
You know,
biscuits.
a lot of people like them. I just don't like them.
It's a chicken restaurant. Like
Yeah.
That's all it is.
But
right?
I think people make it more than what it really is.
because of the Christian aspect.
I think they do. They're like, oh, it's a Christian company. We got to eat there. No, it's crappy food. It's crappy food. It's not good for you. It makes you fat.
You know, I'm not going to say it's good. I'm not going to say it's bad. People make choices, right? Like McDonald's on Uber Eats. The number one requested food on Uber Eats is McDonald's.
Really?
Yeah. That's crazy, right? Like,
dude, you know what? You know what's good?
Huh.
We've done this. Sonic shakes
delivered. Ooh.
Yeah. So late at night, you're sitting around, you're watching a movie with your wife, you know, just hanging out, and it's like, I got a hankering for some ice cream.
You can Uber Eats Sonic.
Sonic. I've done it.
That's intriguing.
And the shakes are huge. You can't eat the whole thing. It's like 3 or 4 days.
You just throw it in
worth
the
of-
freezer and
that's
eat it
exactly,
later.
yeah, you just eat it later. So or either that or you just order one and share it, but you got to order a certain amount of cost anyway to make it worth it. So we've done that, though. We've actually ordered a couple of shakes from Sonic, and they're there in about 20, 30 minutes. They show up at your house, and you're still watching your movie, and you enjoy your malt or shake or whatever you order. It's great. I love that, man. I didn't have to get in the car and go get it.
Yeah, I mean, Uber Eats, Postmates, all of those various things are making...
You know what it's doing? It's making public lazy is what it's doing.
But it is fitting the need for all the stoners that don't want to drive because they're too laser.
Imagine.
No, think about it this way, right? Like, everyone loves to give people who smoke weed a bad rap. Now,
Now they can order their weed. They deliver it to their house.
No, that's the thing. You can order your weed and deliver it to your house, and you can order your food. Now, and this is the funny thing. Have you seen some of those
If I can just order a job to where it's like I just like, can I order a job too and just do it here and then you just like pay me?
They do those out center call center things, so they just work from home.
Oh yeah, that works. That yeah.
So what people would
hey dude, you want to buy a timeshare?
You know,
man, hey.
It's just funny, like the fact that people like. Have you seen some of these anti-weed commercials where people are driving?
No, I haven't.
So there's a couple of them where there's like kids in cars like running people over and doing stupid things, and my friends and I
On weed?
yes,
Seriously?
yes,
No,
yes.
that's not going to happen on weed. Right?
No,
I'm sorry.
no. So like,
If you go like over 20 miles an hour, you're going too fast. Seriously.
that was the point I was trying to get to. Like, I've talked to friends and they're like, "That's what people are like." if you think that happens while people are high, you've obviously never smoked before. Because when you've smoked,
you don't want to do anything.
Right. The typical thing that would happen with me and my friends is we would sit around when we get high, and then we'd sit around and be like, hey, man, you hungry? Yeah, man, I'm starving. Yo, we should order a pizza. Yeah, we should order a pizza. Yeah. And then we start playing video games or watching TV.
And you never ordered,
and then you never order the pizza. And then about an hour later, you're like, dude, did you order the pizza? No, dude, we got involved. We need someone order the pizza. All right, and then you're like, dude, check this out. And then you get distracted again. And then next thing you know, the pizza place is closed. And you're like, crap, man, we can't order the pizza.
We used to have to go to 7-Eleven or something.
and then it was like,
chips or
what's
something.
Open? Well, 7-Eleven's open. Dude, that's like 3 blocks away. Like California blocks, so they're not that far. Yeah. But you're like, that's a 3-block walk. Dude, I don't want to leave the house.
Exactly.
And that was the mindset. It was like, you know what, screw it, man. Let's just get high until we pass out. All right, let's do that. And then you just smoke until you pass out, and you don't end up eating anything. And you know, all these people are saying, like, people are going to get high and get on the road. Listen, the vast majority of people who are getting high, the last thing they want to do is get behind the wheel of the car.
You know what's interesting, though? Since it passed here in Nevada, I have noticed, and I'm sure you have too, as you're driving next to people a lot of the time, you'll be sitting there going, damn, that guy's smoking next to me. and you see it all the time driving now, even on the freeway. Okay, now, I'm sorry. If I'm on the freeway and I can smell your car on the freeway, you smoke a lot of weed, dude. Because it's the freeway, man.
You know, sometimes I don't think it's them smoking. I think it's just the potency of how good the weed is, and just being in the car in the backseat.
Maybe it's just embedded in the car or something. The upholstery.
Well, think about the heat, like it bakes it, and just that smell gets into the cars. But
you know, you pass them too. You always notice when you smell that stuff, you pass by them because they're
going too slow.
Yeah, they
you know what? I will say this. I've noticed this because the past couple of days I've had to drive all over this city, and everyone's going too damn slow. This used to be a city where everyone was flying. Now everyone's going slower.
I never related to it. You know what? Yeah, I never relate. There you go. So weed passes in Nevada. The cops don't make any money on tickets anymore.
Because everyone's going too slow.
That's why they're mad now. They're like, we got to ban weed. We got to make weed illegal. We need our revenue back. We got to write some speeding tickets. Nobody drives fast anymore. But it makes sense.
You talk about the stupidity of people. So I used to drive through the Spaghetti Bowl on my way to work every day.
For those who don't know what the Spaghetti Bowl is that are listening, it's our major hub of like 3 freeways coming together.
Yeah, it's a giant cluster. It's all under construction right now. It'll be great when it's all done, but right now it's a giant cluster. Oh. But on the Rainbow Curve to it, every Monday morning at 8 o'clock, okay, this was clockwork. Every Monday morning. I worked the shop for 7 years, and every Monday morning, right on the curve, in the carpool lane, there'd be about a dozen motorcycle cops. They would sit right on the backside of the curve on their bikes, watching people go through the carpool lane with one passenger.
Oh, yeah.
And then write them tickets.
Well, California did that. Remember when that passed?
But mind you, they would do this every Monday morning, okay? Every Monday morning.
People would still drive in the carpool lane by themselves.
Would still write people tickets. And I would always think, you talk about the stupidity of people. How do you not know that every Monday morning the cops would sit on the curve?
You drive this every day.
Every day.
And then see it every Monday. You're a dumbass.
Like that's and people were getting pulled over, and I was sitting there, I'm like, you deserve that ticket. You earned it.
I just call them Dumases.
Oh my God.
Just a Dumas. Yeah.
But you talk about the stupidity of people, like, how did you not put that together?
We need to come up with a Dumas award.
A Dumas?
Dumas.
What if we call it Duhas and we could play Rammstein and hope not get sued?
Well, we might get sued though. Although they might like it.
I don't know.
We just
Rammstein,
nickname it like the
Duhas.
The Duhas award.
Duhas, man. And then we could put.
Dude, I can't believe you know that song. That's like old. That's like 80s.
I went and saw Rammstein when they played in Vegas.
That's 80s.
No. Rammstein was 90s. It
was like Duhas. That was.
It wasn't 80s.
I'm telling you, I think it's 80s. I saw them on MTV.
He's gonna make a bet.
He's gonna look it up right now.
I am.
I used to watch him on MTV, dude.
Let's see. Duhas.
Duhas. Wait a minute. We gotta do this right. Duhas.
1997, buddy.
Is it really?
1997.
Damn, I didn't realize that right late. How'd you like that echo?
Du-has.
Du-has. You want to try that?
No, I'm good. I will say this though. Last year I got to see them at T-Mobile when they played in Vegas.
Nice.
Awesome. If you get a chance to go see Rammstein, awesome show. Their performance and awesome.
But aren't they like a one-hit wonder? I mean, that was like their song. That's it.
No, because they had the one song in Triple X with Vin Diesel.
Okay.
They had a song in there. But if you actually go through their catalog, like it was interesting. Like Du-has wasn't the song they closed with. They closed with America. And the song America is awesome.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, it's beautiful. But
dude, you ready for another beer?
Oh yeah.
It's we're about halfway through our show here at least. We've been going. You know what? So you guys know our show intended to be like 30 minutes every single week.
Yeah, that worked for like 6 of them.
Yeah, I think it morphed into about an hour. So, if you're driving to work or something, you can hang out and kind of listen to us and listen. We're like the new. We'll probably get sued for this. The new Seinfeld.
I wouldn't even go that far, dude. It's just a morning talk show. I mean, think about morning like talk shows. You have a list of stuff. You talk about them. You go through them. So.
Okay, now this.
So
there's a reason this beer is really cool, and it's that picture right. I'm gonna zoom it up all the way to the camera. It's that picture right there on the bottom.
It's a Volkswagen bus, baby.
That was my first car. That's why it's cool.
Now, we are doing this one because
and it has a surfboard because I was a surfer with my bus at the same time.
Well, last week we did a vanilla beer.
Yes, we did.
It was a vanilla porter.
Vanilla porter.
It was a vanilla porter, and it was...
Okay, wait a minute. Before we move on to this, though,
let's
rate this last one.
Oh, yeah, the Canadian beer.
Yeah, we didn't rate this. Okay, this is from Trader Joe's.
It's a vintage ale.
It is very hard to find
ale.
from what it gathers. It sounds like they make this once a year, so if you have a chance to get it...
Unique and limited edition, this Belgium-style ale is crafted once a year as a special treat for those who appreciate flavorful bottled conditioned ales that are character. And it's by Trader Joe's, so you can get it at Trader Joe's.
I have found most Trader Joe's stuff is good, like their whiskey's great, stuff like that. Most of it's pretty good.
Shout out Trader Jose, your version of Corona, your Mexican lager.
It's kind of like Costco, some of Costco's stuff, like their Costco vodkas and stuff like that.
The knockoff stuff that's really good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
So I would actually, you know what? I'm gonna step up and probably give this one like a 1 3/4.
That's where I was gonna go, because I didn't want to do 2, but I didn't want to do 1.5.
Yeah, it's not like a full 2, but it's definitely a 1 3/4. It's up there,
right? Because it's not a 1.5.
Yeah,
like some of the stuff I have 1.5. It's definitely a little higher than that. But this is like a special beer. Like I wouldn't, because of the bottle.
Yeah,
like I wouldn't want to drink a whole thing like a glass. It's something I would do like on a fight night or like a sporting event, like pop it out with some friends.
Oh, this would be good with a cigar. That would be excellent.
You know what?
That would be good
sitting
with around a fire or something or anything. That would
maybe
be
on like
really
a
good.
Camping trip when you go out, like pop it open out of the cooler.
Yeah, it would.
That would be.
So
you know what? That'd be
a couple of these you can share with people.
Right, I was gonna do like a little brandy style, just something to sip on with the cigar instead of like sipping on a whiskey. Sip on the beer.
Sitting out there with the fire going and stuff.
Yo, Trevor, next camping trip, bud.
Yep,
we got this.
Unlike Vegas right now, it's 115 outside or something.
Hey, I saw the weather for tomorrow. It's supposed to be 122 in Death Valley.
Oh my God, it's insane.
Aren't they doing that long run out there soon? That's in July, isn't it?
It is. It's in July, the Badwater Run.
Badwater, yeah. It's
Badwater.
100 miles through Death Valley?
It's 130 miles, I think, through Death Valley. I had a friend that's run it twice, 2 or 3 times.
They do a marathon, like 130-mile marathon through Death Valley, if anyone's interested.
It's just insane.
They do it in the middle of summer.
I wouldn't do it. We're like scrolling here on our YouTube site, but I think that's just my computer because we're still green on the other one. So hopefully we're still live. Hopefully we're still there. We'll figure it out. Because we're still green on ours, so it's still showing.
And by all means,
shows live on top.
There's a chat here if you're ever watching it live. By all means,
you can hit us up by chat.
Or if you're just listening to us on iTunes, by all means, you can hit us up on Facebook and send us comments, troll us. Say hi.
Yeah, we've got a couple trolls already out there.
Post art. Like if you guys see something cool throughout the week, by all means, let us know about it. If you want us to talk about it.
And again, if you have beers you want to recommend, so I'm going to give that one 1 3/4. You give it the same.
Same. So that's what a
3.5. 3.5. That's one of our higher rated beers.
It definitely is.
We need to. You know what? Let's post this too. What beer we drink.
We need to make a list.
Yeah. Save the bottle there. He just threw it in the trash. So save the bottle. Let's post it. Maybe a picture of it along with it, and then a rating on our Facebook site. So we can kind of start that so people see it.
And we should make a list somewhere. So people can see what we've rated so far.
But this next one is Mother Earth Brewing Company.
Cali Creamer, vanilla cream.
Is it actually made in California, though? Let's look at that. I can see this stuff. No, of course not.
No, Vista, California. And Napa, Idaho.
Yep.
So it's 2 places. But it is in Vista.
Okay.
So you got Orange County. It's not as bad. Right,
Vista? No, Vista's up like central, isn't it?
I thought Vista was...
No, Vista is like San Diego.
Yeah, that's what I said. San Diego.
Yeah, no, you're right. Vista, San Diego area. Yeah. Should know we're both from Cali, actually, originally. In fact, I'll be in San Diego here in a couple weeks, so yeah.
Nice.
So, Mother Earth Brew Company. In fact, I'm just going to drink this one out of the can. I don't want to mix it with that other beer.
What is it? Tasty notes. Vanilla bean, cool and crisp, smooth finish, ale with natural flavors added. 5% by volume.
5% ABV.
Yep. The last one was 9% for anyone who's...
What I want to start looking up, too, is some of the other numbers that go with the beer, too. If we can find them, so we can kind of post them, too, what the beer has. Yeah. Maybe when we do it online, we can kind of post some of the notes about it.
We'll get a list together, and we'll post what we've done and what we haven't. So
I don't know if we'll remember everything we've done.
Well,
we are beer drinkers.
We'll probably have to go through the previous shows.
It's like a pot smoker. It's like, dude, what did we do yesterday? Shit, I don't remember what I did 10 minutes ago,
We're
man.
not that bad.
No.
We just ramble instead.
But pot smokers do that.
Dead air.
Oh, yeah. No, dead air was us tasting this beer. Okay, that's different. Now, it's vanilla. I have to remind myself this is vanilla because I'm not big into the fruity and type.
That kind of washed out that dark flavor out of my mouth.
It did very quickly. It's going to take a couple drinks to kind of get that out. It really is. Because that was a stronger beer. This is definitely a lot lighter. Mm-hmm. I would call this more of a summer beer or a ice cream type beer.
So you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of a cream soda.
That's why I say an ice cream.
But without the sugar.
Kind of, yeah. It kind of does.
Like think of a cream soda, but not as much sugar.
Yeah, a little more like a pungent cream soda.
Now I don't know if that's the dark beer that's killing the sweetness of it, or if that's the flavor of it.
No, I think that's the flavor.
It is the flavor.
Yeah, I think it's the flavor because it tastes a little sweet to me anyway. It is a little sweeter,
but it's not as sweet as like a cream soda.
No, no, it's beer.
You know, you like have a cream soda and it's like super sweet, but you have that vanilla creamy flavor.
Yeah,
it's got the vanilla creamy flavor, which I like, but it doesn't have the overpowering of a soda or like sugar.
And we get some crackers in here, some like in between. Like wine
so we can. Do. Yeah, we'll need to do something to kind of clean the palate.
Here we can do like the spin the glass, smell it. Check the trails off of it. Yeah, like
this
the wine
isn't
drinkers.
Wine.
We can treat it like wine. It's beer, man.
Yeah, but
beer's as good as wine as far as I'm concerned.
That seems like it's going too far.
Problem is, beer's better. Well, that's not a problem. Beer is better than wine. Although I will say I do love some good wines. Yeah. Good wines are really good.
Yeah, no, absolutely agree.
So interesting about wine. A little history about myself. I used to be part of the Orange County Wine Society down in California. And my wife and I would do a lot of wine tastings, and we do award shows, and we were a server generally at it with all the winemakers. And it was pretty cool, and because we got to take all the wine home and drink it when we were done, all the bottles that were open, we all kind of divided all that up and did that. But I don't even know where I was going with all this. Oh, the snobs that were there. We learned to taste wine, but it's amazing how many of them, I don't even know, I think this is where my mind was going. I don't know. It got lost. So too much pot back in my early days. But
at least I'm not alone. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I remember driving down the freeway. I have ADD. I'll change subjects like between.
Just like you just did.
That's why I said that. So my wife says that. We're driving along a lot of the time. She'll sit there and do that. She'll say it sometimes. She goes, squirrel. Because I just change subjects like in the middle of a sentence. And she'll catch it like, yeah, squirrel. And I'm like, what? She goes, you were just talking about something else and then went way off subject to something totally different. And every now and then I actually catch myself doing it. Most of the time I don't.
I think I'm going to start doing that for the show. Squirrel.
Squirrel. Do you catch me doing that much? Do you notice?
No, it was blatantly obvious this time. Because
I even caught myself.
You caught yourself. Like you literally transitioned from what you were talking about with snobby wine people, and you had me on a cliffhanger because it's like and you had snobby wine people, and something else. And I was like, wait a minute. You were just about to tell me about all the snobby wine people. You can't change the subject when you get that far. Like,
I think that's why my wife will do that. She'll sit there and go, squirrel, because I do. I'll just...
You're at the climax of ripping in and ridiculing somebody, and you leave us all hanging.
Oh, I remember where the story was going now. So, I'm at a wine party. That's funny as hell.
Back to the topic at hand.
So I'm at a wine party at my mom's house, and one of her friends shows up, very, very, very much a wine snob, collects wine, does all this stuff, shows up with a case of wine, mind you, 12 bottles, a case of wine, each one valued at $700 each.
She didn't pay that much, did she?
He
didn't pay that much, did he?
He probably paid $200 or $400 for each one. So
still,
but they were up to about $700 each, right? He shows up at this party with the entire case, and gives it to her as a gift for the party, and then says, "I can't stay. Enjoy," and leaves. I'm like, everybody's like, "Damn, those bottles were opened up." Everybody's like getting these little samples of it because there's a lot of people there, a lot of people from the wine society there. Everybody wanted to sample this wine, so it was just, to me, it was all right. I'll go buy a $30 bottle and probably enjoy it just as much. Honestly, I mean, $700. It was good. Don't get me wrong, it was good, but it's not $700 worth of wine. I'm sorry. You know what? Some of these people pay for this stuff. It's insane. Okay, would I pay $700 for a bottle of beer? No, it's not happening. $700 for a bottle of wine? People buy that shit all the time. It's amazing.
I don't get it. I don't. But then again, you know what? I really have to grow up on terms of how much stuff costs today.
Oh yeah,
because I live in a paradigm of the '90s when gas was $1.29 on average in California. California average gas price when I was growing up was $1.30.
Dude, I used to buy gas in my moped.
70 cents?
Oh no, I'd spend 50 cents to fill.
Okay.
Yeah, 20 to 50 cents to fill my moped up when I was a teenager.
So inflation has killed
20
prices.
to 30 cents. It was under $1 for gas for me. It was under $1. When I first started driving, it was $100.
Dude, I remember in
My
California.
Volkswagen bus.
And I'm saying
And my
California
moped.
because California has the most expensive gas in the country for the most part. Most people judge California because of how ridiculous gas prices were.
Oh, but Europe pays $4 a gallon, so we're real cheap.
No, it's
Haven't you heard
$4.
that?
It's $4 a liter.
Haven't you heard that bullshit before?
$4 a liter.
No, it actually translates to about $4 a gallon. It was $1.29 a liter when I was over there.
Oh, so it's $4 a gallon.
Yeah, so you multiply that out. You're about $5 for 4 liters, which would be a little more than a gallon. So you're into 4 something for a gallon of gas. Is basically so it's almost $5 for a gallon of gas.
At the same time, I have to remember what $1 was worth 20 years ago is not what $1 is worth
No,
today. So buying power wise, I've had this discussion with a couple of people of just random objects. People are like, my toaster used to last a lot longer, or my vacuum used to last a lot longer, and I'm like, you also used to pay a lot more for that. You can't look at a $20 toaster from the 70s that lasted 50 years and say that's the same $20 toaster you're buying today.
well, you can go to Walmart and buy one for $5.
No, I know, but if you wanted a toaster that was going to last 50 years, right, and you go to the 1970s, you paid $20 for a toaster that was going to last you 50 years, equivalency today would be that industrial toaster that's $500.
Yeah.
And if you go buy that industrial toaster for $500, you know what it's going to do? Last you 50 years. But we've lost sense of how much things are worth, and we just look at a number, and we think that a number should equate what it is.
I think Walmart did that.
I don't think it was Walmart. I think it was just the market in general.
Walmart.
Well, you know who it was. If we want to get conspiratorial, it was the Fed driving down the price of the dollar to screw the little man.
That's it.
That's what it is.
That's a weed smoker talking right there.
No, that's Alex Jones talking right there, baby.
Weed smoker.
He only smokes once a year with Joe Rogan.
Do you really believe he only smokes once a year?
No, not
seriously. I mean,
Dude,
seriously.
No. Seriously, the way he was smoking with Joe, he was holding the joint like somebody who smokes a lot of weed and was like, okay, I got to hold this joint in a way that nobody thinks I smoke weed all the time, and was trying to not give it away.
Did he have like the pinky up or something?
No, he was holding it like, because at times he just smoked it, and you're like, oh, damn, son. I know who you are. I know what you're doing. I get it. And then there's times when he holds it, it's like, I know what you're doing. But of course, his fans are going to be like, no, man, he's sober all the time. And it's like, oh, come on.
I feel a sneeze coming on.
Bullshit. and to anyone out there, listen, here's how you listen to Alex Jones. It's entertainment, and it's funny as hell.
But,
like,
you know, unlike Alex Jones, we're serious. You got to take everything we say.
No, listen,
serious.
Can I just
seriously?
Say,
you got to take it serious.
One of my favorite Alex Jones moment. A couple months ago, when Trump bombed Syria, right?
Okay.
Like he did that whole thing, and it was amazing. Like the whole political world was like, "Yay, Trump bombed Syria!" And everybody was happy. Alex, there's a scene on YouTube. You gotta find it. And he's sitting there, and he's sitting behind a desk, and he's just like, he takes a sip of whiskey or whatever he's drinking, and then real quick he just slams his head like, God damn it! They got to him! They got to him! And he just starts ranting about how the globalists got the Trump to get him to. I don't mean to get into politics. I'm really talking just from Alex, and he did this. And for the first time in my life, I was like, wow, he's serious. Like I don't think he's play acting. I think he's really upset about this. Like, he's literally upset. And part of me fell for him because, like, why the hell were we bombing another country? But it's like, Alex is, like, losing his mind. And I was like,
okay, let's face it. There's only one reason we bomb another country.
Power?
Or money.
Well, money.
Yeah. There's only one reason. Or two, if you want to look at power.
You put them together.
That's it. Period. Yeah. I mean, that's it. And I don't mean to be political, but I mean, this is just my opinion. It's,
but going back to Alex, like, find this clip, watching Alex lose his mind, and that's when I was like, it's no, for real. Like, this is submitted to me where I'm like, I love Alex from entertainment, and the people who take Alex seriously, whether you're a fan of his or you think he's the craziest thing that people, either one of you, stop. Just he's funny, and you don't even have to subscribe to his channel. You can watch it for free on YouTube.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to give him money, plenty of other people chop his stuff up to show you the clips, so you can give money to other people. So Alex doesn't make any money over. He can still be entertained by the guy.
Chop our clips up. We invite you. Chop our clips up.
Oh no, it's just,
dude. Hey man, what do you think about him chopping our clips up, man?
You know what? I will push people toward other shows. Like we watch Alex Jones on the 9/11 episode of Joe Rogan.
Why would you put, dude? We have like the best show on YouTube.
Well, yes, but like Macy's learned in the 1920s and 1930s, you can still recommend good shit that's out there.
Dude, you know what? I'm changing my name to Tim Tebow, and I'm going to say we have the best show on. Period. We are the best. I'm looking at the camera. We are the best show on. Take everything we say seriously, because it's gospel.
Okay, Timmie.
This is it.
Okay, Timmie. Little Timmie.
And while you're at it, send me some money. I need a new jet.
You want some crutches, little Timmie? Do you need crutches to get home, little Timmie?
Timmie! Timmie! Timmie!
I'm gonna buy your ass.
Timmie!
I'm gonna buy your ass some crutches for you to walk around.
I have plenty of those. I broke myself up.
It's okay. I'm gonna get you. I just want you to be little Timmie. What is it? Is that that's who it was in the Christmas story, right?
Who?
Little Timmie.
Yes,
with Scrooge.
Yeah, it was.
Or not Scrooge.
Was it Scrooge?
No, it was Scrooge.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was a Scrooge.
You know, if you didn't smoke so much, you would have known that right off the bat.
I'm sorry. I was more interested in skateboarding.
I was doing South Park Timmie, I mean.
Listen.
Timmie! Timmie!
No, I was thinking of little Timmie with the crutches. Listen, Christmas Day for me was a holiday of skateboarding because the cops were not out and nobody cared. So you go skateboard every major spot on every holiday. FYI, if you're a skater, Christmas, Easter, Thanksgiving, pick a holiday. That night before and that morning, you can skateboard every famous spot for the most part without worry. It's the greatest night of the year.
You know, that's kind of true because I used to live next to We used to go out. I lived next to the Santa Ana River, is where I grew up, you know, down in Southern California. And we used to take our BB guns out during that time of the year.
Yeah.
And we do, you know, people do paintball wars. We did BB gun wars. We didn't have paintball back then. Paintball didn't exist.
BB.
Yeah, we just shot each other with BB guns. And goggles. Goggles, we didn't do goggles either. We just shot each other with BB guns. I had a couple BBs embedded in my back that had to be dug out. It's just kind of the way you played. But, you know.
Living in the danger zone.
Well, kids nowadays, it's like, you know, they live in a freaking bubble. They can't do nothing.
Living in the danger zone.
You know, mommy just doesn't let them do a damn thing nowadays.
Hey, maybe with the new Top Gun coming out, people will get back into the danger zone.
Yeah, there you go. So,
What is it? Highway to the Danger Zone or whatever that song was?
yeah, that's old, man. I never listened to that stuff.
Hey, it was Top Gun. That was Tom Cruise before Scientology.
Yeah, Scientology.
Before Scientology.
Scientology, dude.
Like Days of Thunder.
You know, I did
Race
that.
your ass.
You know, I did that Scientology crap. for
I
a
know
while.
you did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people learn a little bit about me now. I did Scientology. I'm a clear, by the way. I'm
Ooh.
a fucking clear, man. You better listen to me.
How much that cost you?
You know, it actually wasn't much back when I did it.
So you're
not like nowadays. Now they make you do like a cruise, and you got to do all.
Well,
this
no, they
evangelism
get you
type
to
shit.
clear. Past clears all the shit you got to pay for.
Well, clear is like the highest level.
Not anymore.
It's yeah. Well, they
Yeah,
can't-
now because they need more money out of you, so to extort you,
Yeah.
it's like
See,
now
like-
you go to this level, and then you go
like
to this
I did
level.
it. It's clear was the highest, and
Yeah.
there was a lot of classes, and I mean it wasn't cheap, but it wasn't that much either.
Have you watched the documentaries that have come out from some of the people that left?
Because about Scientology, you mean?
Like the people that were involved in it, they've talked about the scam that it is.
You know, I haven't, because I lived it. That's why I didn't.
No, that's why I was curious to see like how your story, because you went to a point, but then you got out, right?
Yes.
Like you didn't go.
Well, I made it to that level because I'm very goal oriented.
right. So you got it, and then you were out.
Yeah.
But so, like, there was one guy. It was interesting. So I watched the original documentary on the BBC. Mm-hmm. Right, and that's on YouTube, so you can watch it for free on YouTube. I mean, people get the ads and whatnot, but
So you Scientologists out there? Bullshit! Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to say that.
so, but
I
the
just felt a sneeze.
so the BBC documentary, there's a security guard who like intimidates the hell out of this reporter throughout the whole thing, and then HBO does a documentary called Going Clear. The guy who was intimidating the hell out of everyone is now out. And then being interviewed about the interview and the stuff he did.
I think I heard him once. I heard somebody once, and I saw a little bit on what's the girl that used to be on that TV show?
King of Queens. Yeah,
Leah
Raimi.
Rhymes.
Leah Raimi or Raimi. Yeah.
I heard a little bit of her, but not a whole lot. And some of what she said, I'd see.
Her story's crazy. Like, she talked to Joe Rogan for like 2 hours on his podcast,
Yeah.
and her story's kind of crazy. When I listened to it, I was like, damn. I mean, it parallels everyone else's, but...
Well, here's the crazy thing about them is that, and I can speak only from myself, my own experience, is after I made that clear, I left. I was done. It was like, okay, I achieved this level. I don't know what it means. This is kind of, once, like I said, I'm goal-oriented. The premise of the whole thing made sense. The religious aspect made zero to me.
Okay.
So the premise of the idea of diving back into your old self and some of that stuff, and I won't get into that right now, but some of that made sense. So, but anyway, when I finished all that out, it was like, okay, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. And then they did try to talk me into giving more money for more stuff. And I'm like, why? I'm at this level. Well, you got to give back now. You got to do this. Now you need to teach. You got to do some. No, I left. Well, that was many, many years ago.
Right.
That was like back in the late 80s. I did all this. They know where I live ever since then. It doesn't matter where I live, where I move, what state I've lived in. I get phone calls and letters from them from everywhere. I've even got the phone calls. The phone calls are the funniest because I'll get these guys on the line, and they almost like want to worship you. Like, but you're a clear. Why wouldn't you want to come back? I mean, I'm striving to be a clear. I haven't made it yet, and you did. I'm like, yeah, it's no big deal, dude. Just move on. Just go somewhere else. And I've actually said that to one guy, and he hung up on me. But I mean, it was like, I don't know.
But you know, it's funny. So you said something in that a lot of celebrities will talk about. Mm-hmm. The aspect of learning about yourself is why they go.
That's the whole reason I get it.
Like the majority, like if you listen to a lot of these celebrities and people that they interview about what they like about Scientology and why they're there, it has nothing to do with the religious aspect.
Yeah.
But it has everything to do about finding yourself and learning. And I mean, he was a psychologist, right? Or he had studied psychology.
No, he was a book writer.
He was, but I think he
studied a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah, I don't
but
know.
he was a fail. If I'm like they're based off documentaries.
He's a failed
psychologist.
Yeah,
and then so he wrote science, and he wrote science fiction, and then he kind of combined the two together. But it's interesting because there is a lot of self help that's in there that's beneficial. I mean, even watching the documentaries, like when you watch a couple of the documentaries, when they talk about the aspects of
and there is
searching, of dealing with your past and facing your fears and things that are good in life just to do. I mean, it forces people to do it, which is not like that aspect seems okay.
And you have somebody helping you do it,
right? Who's kind of guiding you?
Well, their e-meter. I don't know, and it just really it reads electronic signals. It tells when you're nervous, like a lie detector. It's basically all it is. So you learn to read this thing. It's really how sensitive it is. I don't know. I mean, I went through the classes on how to do it. I used to do it with people too. So what it gets the reader to do, the person doing it to you, is to ask more probing questions based upon whatever readings you've got. So they're asking more probing questions so that you dive deeper into yourself. So that's the part, like you just said, that I liked, is learning more about me, and then improving yourself from that point. So that aspect of it was good. It's the other crap that they want you to keep giving you money, buy this book, do this, come help us do this, and it costs you money to do that, and bullshit. I'm out. Psh, done.
All the religious side.
Yeah.
It's like the pastors that keep asking for a jet, like you.
But I need a jet, dude.
Speaking of which, if you would like Jeffrey here to be a prosperity preacher, so that he could have a jet to fly around the country, so he could be closer to God. That's what the reason is, right? To be closer to God.
Of course.
You need to get high enough by yourself.
Yeah,
so
you got to
pray
be
to God.
Exactly.
And you get closer to Him.
Yeah.
So if anyone would like to donate to his fund, please don't. But you are welcome to if you're that stupid.
Dude, what you do is we have this Patreon right here. You can go there and donate. No, really, in all honesty, I'm not going to buy a jet. But if you do donate to that, I think we've kind of talked about it.
We'll give the money away.
Yeah, we're going to give the money away.
Yeah, we'll just give the money away. But if anyone... I will not approve of that.
My pilot needs it.
By all means, if you were too stupid to know that he doesn't deserve a jet, but you feel God wants him to fly around in one, and you want to donate him money, by all means, you can hit us up on Facebook or YouTube, and he will gladly send you his PayPal information so you can donate a
yacht.
What?
A yacht be nice too.
Anything? We're talking $100 million, $50 million, something like that.
Well, I think.
Or are you not greedy? You do a $25 million jet.
Well,
the last two guys went big, man. Was it $65 million? Was the last two?
I don't know if I can go that low. That's slumming, man. At 25.
So the last two were 65. So
you know what? I might go in between. How about 40?
$40 million jet?
40 million. Yeah. Okay. I won't go as high as them, but I don't want to slum it at 20, dude. That's slumming, man.
Somebody needs to get into prosperity preaching. That's all I'm saying. Little prosperity gospel there.
I need a jet.
We're just hitting all sorts of heresies today, aren't you? Scientology, prosperity, little Timmie.
I see the hate mail coming.
I went too far. Timmie's not a heretic.
Timmie! You might as well have called him one, dude. I mean, really, you went all out, but kick him in the ass. You did everything with that guy tonight. If he was here, you'd have kicked him in the face.
I would not have kicked him in the face.
I think you'd have kicked him in the face. Just bam! Timmie! Then he would have been like Timmie, Timmie! Sitting in that wheelchair. Timmie! It's like, shit. Poor dude. I'll humble your ass. Bam!
I want to be an NFL quarterback. Hi, I'm Jacksonville Jaguars. We'd like you to be an NFL quarterback. No, I want to go to New York where I have to fight for a position.
All right. Where are we at? We're over an hour here.
We're at 104.
Let's rate our beer here. Our Mother Earth Brew Company.
Vanilla Cream Ale.
So
Yeah,
yeah, I'm about done here. How about you?
almost.
Of course, we don't have to finish it to rate it.
That's true, and we should probably not have so much dead air that we do.
But you probably should finish it because it is beer. You can't waste it.
Lord, he's such a
See? Timmie.
Timmie!
Wait a minute. I got to give you the echo.
Timmie!
Dude, that was awesome. Here, we have other sound effects too. I don't even know what each one
Well, let me put it this way. Hey, yo, Tim, if you ever want to have a conversation, I'll buy you coffee. I'll buy you, because you probably don't drink. So I'll gladly buy you coffee. I will gladly buy you coffee.
In the tube.
In the tube.
The tube coffee.
The tube coffee. I
That
don't
just
know if we have
sounded
coffee. Listen, we got some great coffee shops in Vegas that we can go to. We can get some coffee. We can talk about it. I'll gladly call you out.
But we ain't paying you a couple $100,000.
No, but if you want to call me out, by all means, I will let you.
You know what? If somebody knows Timmie, send him this.
Yeah,
Send him this, because
and
give him the hate mail.
And
hey, right here.
Listen, unlike what Tim does, I want to do it in private. I don't want to make it public. I don't want no money.
Go to your closet and pray, private.
Hey, I think somebody said that somebody said that. Who was it? Oh, that's right. It was Jesus.
Go to
So
your closet.
all you who saying, "Oh, we're being persecuted because we can't pray in public." Hey, you know what? Jesus said to go in the closet and shut the door where only your Father in heaven sees you. You're not being persecuted. Jesus is using the freaking world to convict you to stop trying to pray in public. Stop it!
We actually do know a little bit of Bible, don't we?
Stop it! Stop with your persecution nonsense in America. Y'all high and mighty like, oh, we're being persecuted. You ain't being persecuted.
Yeah, get your Pharisee ass away from me. That's for you, Trevor. All right. So this one here,
Oh, gosh.
Cali Creamin'. Dude, that just even sounds bad. Instead of Cali Creaming.
Cali Cream and Vanilla Cream Ale. Kind of got to knock it down for the name.
Yeah.
But it's good because it
baby.
allowed me to have like a cream
this.
soda.
Watch this. Hey, baby. I got some Cali Cream for you. Yeah, that's what I mean. That just sounds bad.
I was going to say Bible fetish. Bible fetish. Okay.
Well, I do like my Bible.
Yeah, you are married though, so whatever you want to do between you and your wife, I don't want to hear about.
Hey, baby. All right. Cali Creamin'. Yeah, we got the
Mother Earth
Tasty Notes
Burger.
Vanilla Brew. Okay, Mother Earth. You know what? I'm going to give this one definitely not what I gave the last one.
No.
No. I mean, it's... But again, I'm not into the fruity type vanilla beers. The last one, I don't even remember what I gave it last week.
The porter we didn't rate very high on the porter because that vanilla was so like off keel.
Yeah, it was.
Remember, it wasn't consistent.
This one's a little bit more. I
It's
think
definitely consistent.
yeah,
Like, the flavor held through the whole thing.
it did. And I think for somebody that's into vanilla, like a vanilla cream, when
Yeah.
somebody wants that, I think this would be actually really. They would really like it. I think women would like this beer more than anything. Women that are like beer for its flavor would probably like this.
I would say anyone who enjoys cream soda would enjoy it.
See, I don't even know that because I love cream soda. But see, this one to mix beer and cream soda together for myself.
So let me put it this way: for someone who hasn't had sugar in a long time, who's changed to more of like a natural food diet, where you don't have a lot of the fake sugars, this would be great because a cream soda,
Yeah.
like for me right now, because I've changed so much in my diet, my eating habits, a cream soda is so overpowering; it's too sweet for me now. Like it stinks. Like sodas are so sweet.
Yeah.
It's like overpowering.
Oh, I did that
It's
a while
so
back.
bad.
When I did that, I actually flipped when I flipped a diet soda many years
Right.
ago.
You tried to do a regular?
If I drink a regular, I did one once. I was like at McDonald's or something.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Decided to try like a regular soda. Oh, I got it. I might as well have just put the syrup right in my mouth.
Right.
I mean, that's what it tasted like.
So I would say, like, for someone like me, this is perfect because I can get my cream soda without all the sugar.
The reason I say for women is last Friday night on date night. My wife and I have date night.
Yeah.
So we're out, and I tried a different beer. I tried a couple different beers that night, and one of them I tried was a vanilla, something new. One of the bars we go to, I tried a vanilla something there, and it was okay. That one, this is actually better than the one I had there.
Oh, nice.
I don't even remember what it was, but it was that one. But the women came over and they're like, "Can we try it?" Some of the bartenders and stuff. It's a new one. We just got it. And I'm like, "Yeah, of course." So they're dipping their straws in it and trying it, and they all loved it. The women there just love this beer, the sweetness or the sweet bite to it.
Was it the vanilla?
It was the vanilla.
Okay.
It was the vanilla that they liked. And that's why I say for a woman, I think this is like a perfect beer. But you got to be more of the beer drinker. If you're like just your Corona drinker or something like that, you won't like this. Yeah. You know, even as a woman, if you're just drinking Corona, Bud Light, Coors Light, something like that, I don't think you'll like it.
Because you won't have the palate for it.
Exactly. But if you've got something where you've explored some other beers, and then like that sweetness, this is definitely the beer for you.
Well, I'd say for me, I'm going to give it a 1.5 thumb.
Yeah, I do probably. If I can do like 1 1/3, like 30. No, I'll do like one.
Do quarters.
Quarters. Okay, 1 1/4.
We do everything by quarters. So
yeah, I'll do 1 1/4.
Yeah.
So and you're 1.5.
1.5. Like I'm gonna, because it gives me the aspect of like I'm like, well, if I want a cream soda now.
So we're 2 3/4 on Mother Earth. You know, we should probably. I'm gonna actually look at this, guys. I'm going to write this down on a piece of paper.
He's killing a tree, people. He's killing a tree.
So
he's writing on paper. He's killing a tree.
Mother M&E.
Can't believe you're killing a tree.
Is 2.5? Is that what you gave it?
I gave it 1.5.
1.5, and I gave it 1
1/4. So that's 2 3/4.
2 3/4. 2.75. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then we gave that first one.
Trader Joe Ale.
Trader Joe's. We gave that one like a 3 and 3.5. Yeah, that one did well. Yeah, that was a good beer.
Yeah, it was.
So, but you can tell I'm a little biased towards dark beers anyway.
Yeah, you are.
So that's just where I'm at. All right, guys.
Cool.
Let's close out here. We're a little over an hour. Hope you guys enjoyed the show.
Absolutely.
He trimmed that hair finally, so that's a good thing.
I'll do that.
It is. It's my buddy here.
Oh, I feel loved.
I'll give you the Team Tebow effect. Who did I flip off? It wasn't Tim. It was.
Oh, I don't remember.
I flipped somebody off here.
Yeah.
Oh, Calvin. No, the French.
The French.
Yeah. Well, I won't give you like the French. The French were asses. You're not an ass. So.
Hey, but congrats to the France for winning the World Cup. Good for you. Hey, did you watch the Dos Santos fight over the weekend?
I did not.
I want to know who won that one. I totally forgot about it. I was busy with the baby over the weekend, so I totally blanked on it.
I saw it come up, and we were just busy. We were busy the whole weekend with parties. Hey, Hey, by the way, guys.
Yeah.
Matt, who's come on here on the show a couple times.
Matt.
I want to throw out a congratulations to him. He just graduated college.
Yes, he did. He's
did.
all done.
He's done. He's got to do his board exams for his work still, but you know, his medical board's
done.
But he's done, man.
His clinicals are done.
That boy's graduated now. So yeah, give him a round of applause, man.
Dude, and he is debt free. So all you people out there like, I need loans. No, you don't.
Yeah.
No, you don't. Homeboy paid his way through school.
All the way through. Worked 2-3 jobs sometimes at a time and did school.
I know. He's a baller, man.
Yeah, he is.
A beast of a human.
Yeah. So, man, big congrats to Matt. I mean, that was huge.
Yeah, I know. I've known that kid since he was 16.
That's amazing, man. I didn't meet him until 6 years ago or something. He's an amazing boy. He really
hard
is.
Worker,
amazing kid. Amazing.
Great faith, amazing kid, smart, intelligent, educated. Like we'll get him back on here for all you guys because
absolutely,
dude, Matt is awesome. So hopefully now he
likes his whiskey and beer too. So that's even that's a bonus.
He does.
So you got to see his birthday. That picture of all the whiskey he had left over from his party.
Yeah, people spoiled that kid.
Yeah,
rightfully so though. Yeah. Rightfully so.
Oh yeah, he deserves it.
Hey, especially why if you're gonna give me crap about boasting, we're allowed to boast about other people. You're just not allowed to boast about yourself.
Yeah,
Timmie. I'm an NFL starting quarterback.
Timmie.
I'm an NFL starting quarterback.
All right, guys. Peace out.
Peace.
We're out of here. Have a great week. Remember, we are on.
Oh, hey. We didn't do verse of the week.
You want to still hit that, or you want
to just throw it up there real quick? All right. Verse of the week. We said we were going to do this, and we didn't. So at the last minute, we're going to do verse of the week.
Here we go.
We're working on our transition. Verse of the week. Verse of the week.
The week. That's like our awesome part of it here.
All right. Okay. So we're gonna throw this up. So this is mine. This is the verse that's been really convicting me over the week.
Has it really?
Yeah. It's been a couple weeks. It's a verse that ever since I got married earlier this year, this verse, God just like he beats me over the head with this verse.
Does he?
Like Garth Brooks had a song on his Red and Black album about the father taking the son out of the...
Wait a minute. I got to put it in here. That's another point. Garth Brooks.
Yeah.
If you knew this guy like a year ago, if you mentioned Garth Brooks or any type of country music, he'd have kicked you in the face just like he would Tim Tebow tonight. There was nothing country about this guy.
No, listen. I listen to...
Now you're a fucking redneck.
I listen to Americana.
You drive a Jeep, you're a fucking redneck.
Listen, I listened to Americana the whole way through. There was still a country aspect. Hank Williams III, little punk rock country aspect.
Redneck.
I had it.
Redneck.
Okay, I've known this Garth Brooks song for a long time.
What color is that neck there? It's red. It's red. Everybody, it's red.
Okay, anyway.
All right, here I'm going to let you read it. Are you ready?
So we'll throw this first up. Well, real quick. So the Garth Brooks reference, right? He talked about his dad taking him out to the woodshed and beating him, and how it would hurt the father more than it would hurt the son.
Yeah.
So
I like country, so yeah, I know that song.
So you know that song. So this is how I imagine me being the son and God being the father. And since I got married earlier this year, this is the verse that he keeps hitting me and beating the shit out of me with. So pop it up so I can read it for everybody.
Are you guys ready? Drum beat.
Verse of the week. Verse of the week.
There it is.
1 Peter 3:7. So we're reading out of the ESV, so you have context if you want another version, by all means. But it says, likewise, husbands, live with your wife in an understanding way, showing honor to the woman as the weaker vessel, since they are heirs with you of the grace of life, so your prayers may not be hindered. Real quick, preface, weaker vessel, they're talking about the way I heard a pastor kind of explain this is like, think of an expensive vase. Beautiful.
Expensive what? Vase?
Vase. An expensive vase.
It's a vase, dude. It's not a vase. It's a vase.
Listen, the pastor said vase, so I was going with him.
Was it prosperity gospel?
No, actually it wasn't. It was a reformed pastor.
I'm surprised it wasn't prosperity.
I think he was honoring his wife because she likes to say vase. So that's what he was doing.
I like some vase.
I could be wrong, but I believe it was Tim Keller who's giving this message.
Timmie!
Hey, listen, Keller's from New York, so he's a little bit high class, you know.
There you go.
But it's Keller. We all love Keller. Him with bald head and his glasses.
Got my vase.
If you don't know about Tim Keller, look up Tim Keller. But he talked about how, when they talked about the weaker vessel, not think of him weak. Like, it's not a submissive aspect.
No. I get it, yeah.
But to think about him. But the thing that catches me on that is so that your prayers might not be hindered. And I can't tell you how many times, like, I've been wanting to say things to my wife or I'm wanting to do things, and all of a sudden it's like, don't say it. Your prayers won't be answered.
Well, it's almost like forgiveness, too. I mean, if you don't forgive, you don't get either.
Right. But like, in this case, like, think about this. Think about how scary the aspect. Maybe people don't pray every day like I do, but the fact that my prayers would be hindered is scary as shit to me. Mm-hmm. Like, to know, like, I need to pray about this because my wife needs help with our baby. Like, I want my wife to have a better day. I want her to sleep through the night. I'm praying for things throughout the day and throughout the night for things.
He needs a new jet for the baby.
I do not need a jet for the baby.
Baby needs a jet. That's how they're going to fly to
Baby mama may want a jet.
Baby's mama probably really wants a jet.
But you know how expensive it is to have a jet? You got to have a place to park it and store it and fuel it and fly it.
See, that's why you buy a $40 million jet, get $65 million like the other guys.
And you got $25 million to pay for all the costs?
Exactly. Got to think ahead, man.
Anyway, back to the scripture here instead of prosperity bullshit.
Bullshit.
Like, we've both had this now at the same time. We have a bullshit sneeze that kind of goes around.
Exactly.
Like, I don't think husbands, like, and it was actually, I don't think
they honor their wives at all anymore nowadays.
No, but it was
I
think
people take their wives for granted.
Ready for some controversy because we don't have any of that on the show.
No, we never do.
Never. So I'm gonna say a controversial word here. Ready? Driscoll.
Oh, he's a cool guy.
Yeah, controversy. Anyway, Mark gave a great sermon that really impacted me years and years ago on this verse. And the thing that caught me was your prayers are going to be hindered. And I was like, that's a big deal. Like, that's a really big deal. Like, if you're sitting there and you're a Christian and it's not a big deal that your prayers are going to be hindered, What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, you're obviously not praying enough if you're not worried about your prayers being hindered. And so, like, I read that verse, and it's just been
hitting you lately a lot more.
and it's not just been, like, lately, but through my marriage, it's like, wha-bam! Your prayers are going to be hindered if you do that. Wha-bam! Your prayers are not, and then, like, I'll do something, and then I'll be praying, and then I'll be like, and then God will be like, why do you think I'm going to answer that? You treat my daughter that way. Why do you think I'm going to answer you that way? And that's how Mark would describe it. He would describe it like, think about it. You're praying to a father of a daughter. You treat your daughter like shit. You treat the daughter like shit, and you think dad's going to answer the prayer?
You think of a father. I mean, like my daughter, you know.
Yeah, because you have one.
Yeah, I have a daughter, and if her boyfriend treats her like shit, I'm going to beat the shit out of her.
And if he came to you asking for, like, hey, Dad, will you help me out? You're going to be like, no, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
Yeah.
But if you treat your daughter with respect, then you're like,
absolutely.
Yo, you need some help?
Exactly.
Yo, man.
Exactly.
You need me to make a rain for you a little bit?
I'll treat you like a son.
Hey.
Yeah.
But it's that aspect that it's like, God's like, treat my daughter with the respect and the honor that she deserves as an equal heir to the grace of God.
It makes sense.
Yeah. Or I'm not going to listen to you.
Yeah.
And so, like, through my marriage, it's been a short marriage, and I know we have a baby.
You know,
and that's
you look at that verse, even if you're not a Christian, just a secular point of view, it makes sense. Not just even with prayer, just
treating the women with respect.
Yeah, just like I just said, you deal a father, an earthly father like me with my daughter. If her boyfriend treats her like shit, am I going to help him out? Say that's a prayer. He's asking me for something. Yeah, fuck you, dude. I mean, it's kind of the same thing. That's what I'm saying. You can almost relate it for you people out there that
don't believe.
Yeah. You can actually relate it in that regard. That it's true, so true.
Like you should, and it's a huge calling to me, but it's been hugely convicting. Just like treat your wife with respect.
Exactly.
She deserves it. First and foremost, you know.
Well, if you marry her, I hope she deserves it.
Oh no, she absolutely. Listen, I have the most amazing wife on the face.
I
of the
think your
planet.
wife would beat the shit out of you if you didn't treat her with respect. Anyway, personally, I think she just frickin' right hook you, just boom.
Listen,
hey, what happened to my? Hey, what's that black eye, dude? Oh man, I fell against the counter or something. No, your wife hit you, didn't she? She beat the shit out of you.
I have one of the most amazing women on the face of the planet.
Your wife's amazing, but I still think she beat the shit out of you.
Praises. Oh no. But that's one of the aspects.
Put up with shit.
There's amazing things about her. One of the amazing things is I do fear my wife because she will beat the living shit out of me if she needs to.
Yeah, I think so.
No, absolutely. But that's what makes her beautiful.
Yeah.
Because I can't push her around even if I wanted to. Like if I wanted to like pull this verse, I'd probably get.
That might be fun. We'll get the wrestling mat out. We'll do a live show some night.
Listen, it'd be like a one-hit knockout. If she were to hit me, I'm pretty sure she'd clock me and knock me out.
Probably so.
Like.
Yeah,
like my wife is amazing. She got some great skills. So I mean, her brother was a wrestler, so she knows. Like she was when I met her, she was a bigger UFC fan than I was.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah,
yeah. So
because her and I talked a lot about UFC when we got together when we met.
She's an amazing woman. Who God hooked me up. God hooked me up in ways that I couldn't even like. If I wanted to pick a woman, I couldn't pick a woman this amazing. It was a beautiful thing, but and that's why like the prayer thing is huge for me because I pray for her all the time, like daily.
That's funny because her and I, she was able to talk moves when her and I were talking.
Yeah,
I don't think she's ever done it.
Her brother was a state champion or close to it. Like he was a high level wrestler,
and that's where I came from.
Right, so she learned all of
the
it
wrestler
from
and then the jiu-jitsu background myself and doing that. So her and I had that conversation doing that. So.
Yeah, no, so she knows all about it. Like she could watch a match and know more about a match. Like I got to talk to you about stuff, right? Like you and I converse about it, and I learned a lot from you. Now I learned from her brother because he did it. So, like, I have people that I can gain knowledge from and learn it. But, yeah, she knows all about that stuff. So, it's like, there's a little bit of fear in there, you know, because I know my wife's going to beat the shit out of me.
Is what she'll do.
Yeah, but...
Then break his arm and hand it to him.
Yeah. Hey,
here you go, dude. Here's your
arm. The thing about having my prayers hindered is the worst thing is having my wife come to me one day and be like, you know what? God told me that your prayers are being hindered, so I need to break your arm.
Exactly.
To put you back in your place. Like, and then it'd be like, you know what? This isn't even worth fighting over here.
Just hand it to her.
I'm not even gonna I'll just sacrifice my masculinity at that point. And be like, okay, if God told you that my prayers are being hindered and you need to break my arm,
are you want to do it at the elbow or the shoulder? Yeah. Where do you want to do it? You know.
Listen, I still need to run at the gym at least. So like at least if I can
take that out.
Yeah, take it out someplace where it's not too bad.
All right, guys. let's close out here. We're almost an hour and a half here. We've gone pretty late.
But that's the verse of the week, so we'll make sure we hit that. Even if we're late, we'll make sure we get it in every week.
We'll post that. We'll post the beers. We'll post the videos, so you guys will have it all through the week.
We'll get the little Timmie article on there.
Timmie! So you'll have all those coming out through the week. Just watch for them. What we talk about. We had a couple other things we're going to talk about from the news. We never got to. So,
but enjoy iTunes. We're on Google Play. Hopefully, we'll be on Spotify soon.
Yep. Facebook, YouTube, Patreon. We're on all that stuff. So,
and if you don't want to give to us, by all means, we always encourage donating to charity. I always recommend local homeless shelters, either youth or adult. Yeah. Real quick shout out to the church. Everyone always talks about the church never takes care of the homeless. Find a city where the three major organizations that are running the homeless shelters aren't churches.
Yeah, they're almost always churches. So,
like, I won't say every city, but the majority of cities you go to, you're going to find Catholic Charity, Salvation Army, and a Union Rescue Mission of some sort.
Exactly.
Those are all churches that are running and take care of the homeless in local communities. So shout out to you guys. Sorry for running way too long today.
All right, guys. Have a great week. We'll catch you later. Yep. We're going to make some beer and brew it. I think we'll do a little show while we're doing that too.
While we're brewing.
Yeah, while we're brewing.
We'll have to get
some
that
steps
done.
through there. So, anyway, you guys have a great week.
Night.
Peace out. Here, get on camera.
Yeah, you
Peace
got
out.
camera. I got my left hand right there.